No one orders me around. Now, Frostmourne. You will know endless torment. Ah, at last. This is more like it. More gold. Take all you can carry. Frostmourne hungers. Your pain shall be legendary. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last.
Can't go in the
This
cave.
is more like it. Finally. Ah, at last. What is it now? Now, Frostmourne. Finally. I'll make sure you suffer. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Speak, fool. Tread lightly.
By Nerub. Indubitably.
Give him that.
What is it now?
You can attack flying
Don't even
units.
try it, you bastard! That there treasure belongs to the dwarves.
This treasure belongs to the Lich King, little creature. We, his servants, shall take what we will.
Last. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. Speak, fool. Finally. Tread lightly. For the Lich King. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Finally. This is more like it. Faithless coward.
Weird.
Frostmourne hungers. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
It's them! Blast them!
Your pain shall be legendary. Speak, fool. Ah, at last. No one orders me around. Now, Frostmourne. This is more like it.
Rest in pieces.
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. What is it now? Ah, at last.
I mean,
Finally.
at least it was
Undead! Slay them all!
nice of the dwarves to destroy the bridge. Because, you know, nothing good ever happens on bridges.
Ah, at last. You will know endless torment. Faithless coward. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Frostmourne
Nothing up here.
hungers. Finally. Ah, at last. For the Lich King.
Shoot anything that shuffles or skitters!
Your pain shall be legendary. Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around. Finally. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Finally. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers.
They try and be sneaky with the gold coins, but like it's glowing like the fucking sun. So how are you supposed to miss that?
Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Finally. This is more like it. You will know endless torment.
I remember you, evil prince. You're the one that killed poor Nuradin.
Get over it already.
I won't let you through this door, traitor. The recent quakes have awakened
Get
dark
over
things under the ice. Ancient, horrid things. We vowed to keep them locked where they are.
We'll take our chances, dwarf. We're going through that door, one way or another. What is it now? For the Lich King.
Wait, why do I have all these ghouls?
Speak, fool. Speak, fool.
Or I don't have ghouls, actually. I guess I meant corpses.
I'll consume the living and
No one
the
orders
dead.
me around. Tread lightly.
My might cannot be matched. I'll see to it.
What is it now? Finally. No one orders me around. Ah, at last. Speak, fool. This is more like it.
By no
Tread lightly.
Inventory is full.
Finally. This is more like it. Ah, at last.
indubitably. Speak. I'll see to it.
What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. The air smells awful in here. Something doesn't feel right.
If the dwarf's story was true, there's no telling what awaits us in the darkness. This stairwell leads into the heart of the old Nerubian Empire. We must be cautious.
By all means. You first.
We have entered the old kingdom. Be wary, Death Knight. Whatever scared the dwarves still lurks down here somewhere.
So, Nubrak's ultimate, Locust Swarm, basically does area of effect damage around him and heals him.
Tread lightly.
It's not
Frostmourne
bad.
hungers.
Wait. The towers on either side are rigged to fire bolts of frost. This hallway is a death trap.
Oh,
Can't
those
we disable
towers.
them?
The circular hatch in the far wall is an aqueduct plug. If we can open it, the water might flood the firing mechanisms and disable the entire trap.
Ah, at last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Gold. We should take this with us. Finally. No one orders me around. Ah, at last.
I'll consume the living and the dead.
Speak, fool. Tread lightly.
I have heard the
Speak,
summons.
fool. This is more like it. Finally. What is it now? I'll make sure you suffer. This is more like it. That's done it. Let's move. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Finally.
Look, brothers. The traitor king.
Who? Me?
He is referring to me, Death Knight. These Nerubians will stop at nothing to destroy us.
No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. Tread lightly. Speak, fool. Finally. Your pain shall be legendary.
Thank you, Great One. The rebel spiders captured my comrades as well. They're being held in a nearby chamber. Release them, and they will be yours to command.
No one orders me around. Finally.
By Nerub.
Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. This is more like it.
Nothing here.
Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
That is,
Ah, at last.
without a doubt, a trap.
This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. The Guardians are activating. Defend yourselves. Speak, fool. Finally. What is it now? Ah, at last. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. What is it now? Finally.
I don't know why I did that. Fuck it, I guess I waste this.
The dead.
No one orders me around.
Because I can't really pass up on the Ruined Bracers. They're kind of insane.
This is more like it. Now, Frostmourne. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Faithless coward. For the Lich King. You will know endless torment. Faithless coward. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. Tread lightly. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers.
Slay the intruders.
This is more like it. This is more like it. Finally.
Proceed.
What is it now?
You rang.
No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers.
Make your choice.
Tread lightly. I'll make sure you suffer. Ah, at last. This is more like it. at last.
You
Our force,
death to the servants of Ner'zhul. The eggs of our young are incubated within those breeding pods. There's no telling how many vicious hatchlings they hold.
You were right. They're definitely hostile. We've got to destroy the breeding pods.
We could also seal the doors to shut the hatchlings in.
Hungers. Tread lightly. Finally.
Let's get these guys back to safety.
Finally.
No, stay over here, assholes.
Speak, fool. Tread lightly. No one orders me around. Ah, at last. What is it now?
I'll consume the living and the dead.
Frostmourne hungers. What is it now? This is more like it. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. No one orders me around. What is it now? No one orders me around. Tread lightly. This is more like it. Finally.
My might cannot be matched.
Okay, grab the gauntlets, ogre strain.
Speak, fool. For the Lich King. Your
Yeah,
pain shall be
Venom.
legendary.
I considered dropping the Orb of Venom, but then I wouldn't be able to attack flying units with Arthas.
Faithless coward. Now, Frostmourne.
We have reached the point where I have to actually think about my items.
I'll make sure you suffer. Now, Frostmourne.
Boots of Quothloss will probably be the next thing I get rid
I'll make
of,
sure you suffer.
just because neither of these are agility heroes.
Frostmourne hungers. For the Lich King. What is it now? Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Tread lightly. Finally. Your pain shall be legendary.
Well, you know,
Drive the foul undead back to the surface.
One orders me around. Faithless coward. You will know endless torment. This is more like it.
I serve only the frozen throne.
position him so we hit all of them.
No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Speak, fool. Finally. Tread lightly. This is more like it. What is it now?
Time is fleeting.
Speak, fool.
I should probably give him the Tome of Intelligence to help
What is
his
it now?
regen a little
Tread
bit.
lightly. For the Lich King. I'll make sure you suffer. Now, Frostmourne.
Okay, there's the gold.
Finally.
Now I don't have to go on a scavenger hunt.
Your pain shall be legendary.
Tentacle.
Frostmourne hungers. What the hell are they?
Barbed for your
They
displeasure.
are the horrors the dwarves spoke of. I thought they were only legends.
What?
They are the faceless ones.
Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around.
Unable to target wards. They're not even units, they're just wards. Like,
Finally. This is more like it. Speak, fool.
I'll see to it.
What is it now? At last. Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around. Finally.
yeah, the faceless ones are directly related to old gods and their nonsense.
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. You will know endless torment. At last. This is more like...
It cannot be. A forgotten one. Look to your defenses, Death Knight. Fight as you've never fought before.
Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. At last. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Faithless coward. This is more like it. Finally. At last. Finally. Your pain shall be legendary.
Where the hell is Abro'arak in all this? Why was he over there?
Now. At last. What is it now? This is more like it. Tread lightly. No one orders me around.
We cannot take them all. Hurry, Death Knight. Up the stairwell. Hurry.
I have enough time to do this. Which leaves us
We're running
right
out
at
of
the
time,
last
Abro'arak.
level, I
How
think.
far are we from the exit?
But
Not far. We have entered the Upper Kingdom.
the last level of this campaign is a pain in the ass.
Base of the glacier
So it'll probably
itself.
take me a while, regardless.
However, there are still hidden traps and pitfalls to account for.
Take cover!
Arthas!
The entire passage collapsed. There's no time to dig through this. I'll have to move quickly and find my own way out. Hopefully Abro'arak and the others survived. Frostmourne hungers.
We're all on our own.
I'll make sure you suffer. Frostmourne, I'll be singed if I get too close to those flames. At last. This is more
Singed
like it.
from Arcane?
At last. I'll need this gold for when I reach the glacier. Frostmourne hungers. More of the Nerubians' blasted mechanisms. I'll have to time this perfectly.
Perfectly.
Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it.
I don't see a
at
lever.
last.
Oh, there it is.
Finally.
No, that was the lever to open this.
Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Another quake? At last.
Oh, I'm blind. Jeez. The lever was right there.
This is more like it. Speak, fool. At last. More gold.
Claws of
This might
attack
help us later.
15?
Finally.
I'm dropping that.
Frostmourne hungers.
Basically double our damage now.
This is more like it. At last. Now, Frostmourne. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Finally. At last. Faithless coward. For the Lich King. Tread lightly. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. You will know endless torment. At last. This is more like it. Faithless coward. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. At last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
Yeah, enough of that. Fucking blizzard.
I'll make sure you suffer. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Now, Frostmourne. At last. This is more like it. Finally. At last. No one orders me around. Speak, fool.
Like, they obviously can't make this too difficult since you have a perpetually weakened Arthas.
What is it now? At last.
2 health. Nice meme.
Speak, fool.
Inventory is full.
Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. Tread lightly.
I mean, that's not the end of the world
I
if
must
I
find a
don't
way
get
across
that.
this strange obstacle. Hungers. At last. At last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it.
God, this is diseased.
This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. You will know endless torment. At last. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. At last. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers.
I have to assume there's gold.
This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers.
One of these? Maybe not.
Finally. At last. This is more like it. Finally.
It's like 5 minutes left. Like they're acting like I'm
Frostmourne
choosing
hungers.
the stupid
at
RNG for
last.
these platforms.
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. Finally.
Hellstone
at
is nice,
last.
but it's a little late to get that.
Frostmourne hungers.
There's probably
is more
something
like
on
it.
that.
At last.
Surely I haven't, like, bricked the
This is more like it.
timer.
Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
Dear God.
Frostmourne hungers.
Please tell me I didn't just, like, miss my chance. Oh, here's a new Abro'arak and the bros.
You made it.
I see now why the Lich King chose you as his champion, Death Knight. Few men could have survived this labyrinth alone.
This is more like it. Finally.
Another earthquake. We must hurry, Death Knight.
Like it.
Like, moving as fast as I can. The game is
at
just
last.
trolling.
Frostmourne
Finally.
hungers.
And there wasn't even anything up here. I hate this game.
I serve only the frozen throne.
What is it now? No one.
Like, all
orders
that
me
for
around.
nothing. Nice.
This is more like it. For the Lich King. No one orders me.
I don't know
around.
what that actually did. I was already there.
Frostmourne hungers. Something's breaking through.
Defensive positions.
So I made a control
Forces are
group.
under attack.
What is it now? Tread lightly. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
Your pain shall be legendary.
At last. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Finally. What is it now? At last.
We're running out of time. We must find the exit.
This is more like it.
I'll make sure you suffer.
This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Finally.
Alright, well, minute and a half left, so gotta hurry.
They're blocking the way to the exit. We'll have to fight our way through them to reach it.
Speak, fool. What is it now? At last. Speak, fool. Finally. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Tread lightly.
Crown of Kings
at
is
last.
good.
Indubitably,
Come on. Don't have time for this stupid unit blocking.
I'll consume
Tread
the
lightly.
living and the dead.
Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
Okay, well, that was easier than I thought. I figured that the whole third of the map
last.
here was gonna have stuff in
Now
it.
quickly, head through that door. The exit to the surface lies just beyond.
It'll be good to see the sun again.
Remember, Illidan and the true battle still await us in the world above. Hopefully our trek through the Dark Earth bought us the precious time we needed.
Alright, so. Last level of the campaign tomorrow. There is a non-zero chance that this doesn't just go to shit, so it's probably a good thing that I do it tomorrow. actually watch the cutscene, and then we are done. But like tomorrow, let's say for somehow, like some
We've made
reason,
it, Abro'arak. Our forces are
I
already
complete
assembled
this in
and
a
ready.
decent amount of time, then I'm just gonna go straight into the Rexar campaign. I mean, I'm gonna do that anyway, but
Greetings, King Arthas. You've arrived just in time. Illidan's Naga and Blood Elf forces have taken up positions at the base of the glacier and...
Arthas, my champion. You have come at last.
Master?
There is a fracture in my prison, the frozen throne, and my energies are seeping from it. That is why your powers have diminished.
But how?
The rune blade Frostmourne was once locked inside the throne as well. I thrust it from the ice, so that it would find its way to you, and then lead you to me. And so it has. Now we face a grave danger. My creator, the Demon Lord Kil'jaeden, sent his agents here to destroy me. If they should reach the frozen throne before you, all will be lost. The scourge will be undone. Now hurry. I will grant you all the power I can spare.
I saw another vision of the Lich King.
yeah. So
He has
now
restored
Arthas can
my
actually
powers.
level up. Unfortunately,
I know
it's
now
the
what I
last
must
fucking
do.
level.
It's time to end the game. Once and for all.
Put an end to the Warcraft. Alright. No spoilerinos. Alright. So, that's it for me for today. Thank us up. Bye. Thank us to the views, hosts, follows, everything. You guys are awesome. A little scuffed. But we'll finish the campaign tomorrow, then do the Rexar campaign. I don't remember how long that's going to actually take, but we'll be finishing this week, and then I have something set up that will hopefully be good and not just fucking disaster like I have a feeling it will be. So